Hi everyone, your maths guide is here again with a new topic of finding area of a square. As you all know, squares are everywhere from tiles on your floor to blocks in games, but have you ever thought about how to calculate the space a square covers? It's super simple, and today we are going to show you exactly how to find the area of a square in just a few steps. So let's get started. This pink shape is a square. A square is a 2D shape with all four sides equal in length. The black boundary around this shape is representing its perimeter. A complete video on perimeter of a square is already uploaded on Maths Guide. Link is provided in description. Now coming on to the main topic, that is area of a square. This pink portion inside the boundary of a square is its area. The area of a square is defined as the number of square units needed to fill this shape. Now look at this big square. We can find its area by counting the small squares it has. Now let's count. There are total 16 small unit squares. So the area of this big square is 16 unit squares. Now look at this garden. It's a square-shaped garden and we have to find out its area. As it is not divided into smaller square units, we have to generate a formula to find its area, and that formula is length multiplied by length unit square. Let's suppose the length of this garden is 50 meters. We will multiply 50 meters by 50 meters, we get 2500 meter squares. Putting this small 2, which is known as square, is very important while writing the value of area. Now there is another example for you. As you can see, a green square which has a length of 20.5 meters, and we have to find out its area. Remember the formula length into length unit square. Putting the value into the formula 20.5 meters, multiply it by 20.5 meters, we get 420.25 meters square. We can easily find out this answer by this long multiplication method. Now a little tricky but a very simple question, that how can we find area of a square if perimeter of a square is given. Suppose that the perimeter of this square is 96 meters and length is not known. How can we find its area? During my lecture on perimeter of a square, I explained that if perimeter of a square is given, we can find out its length by dividing its perimeter by 4. If we divide 96 meters by 4, we get 28 meters. So the length of each side of this square is 28 meters. If length is known, now it's no more difficult to find its area. Using the formula length into length unit square, we can easily calculate its area, that is 764 meters square. Now a very simple and easy question, how to find the length of the square if area is given. Look at this pattern. Keeping in mind the formula that length into length is area. So if we multiply 2 by 2, we get 4, 3 by 3 we get 9, 4 by 4 we get 16, and so on. Now consider this side as the length of the side of a square, and their squares will be considered as the area. So if the length is 2, its area will be 4. If length is 3, area will be 9. If length is 4, area will be 16 units square. I hope you understood the concept. Now the question for you is, if area is 144 centimeters square, what would be its length? I hope you can easily find out the answer of this question. Then write it down in the comment section. This was the end of my lecture. I hope you understood the concept very well. My next lecture will be about perimeter of a rectangle, so stay tuned.